Philippine traditional arts and folk arts are exquisite testimonies to our national culture, wealth, and heritage. The NCCA established the GAMABA, or GAWAD sa MANLILIKHA ng Bayan Awardees in 1992 to recognize the outstanding folk artists in the nation who are committed to their crafts, abilities, and native methods and materials. Apart from honoring traditional artisans and culture bearers, the award aims to preserve and revitalize traditional arts.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, especially to our beloved and gorgeous teacher, Madam Damayo. Good afternoon, Madam. So, I am KV Tinatanan.
I am Shanta Lapas.
I am Mark Leafy.
I am Adrian Alpino.
And we are the speakers for today's lesson.
In today's discussion, our topic was all about gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan, also known as or also called as GAMABA. And this GAMABA is considered as the National Living Treasure Award in the Philippines. But before that, let us check our objective first. Number 1. Describe how does one become a Manlilikha ng Bayan. Number 2. Enumerate the categories of traditional folk for GAMABA. And lastly, explain Filipino artists' role and identify of their contribution to Philippine arts. So now, let's start our discussion. How does one become a Manlilikha ng Bayan? To become a Manlilikha ng Bayan, an individual or group candidate must A. Possess a mastery of tools and materials needed for traditional folk art and be a maker of works of extraordinary technical quality. B. Have constantly produced works of superior quality over a significant period. C. Have engaged in a traditional and folk art which has been in existence and documented for at least 50 years. D. Command respect and inspire admiration of the country with his character and integrity. E. Must have transferred and were willing to transfer to other members of the community the skills in the traditional and folk arts for which the community has become nationally known. F. However, a candidate who, due to age or infirmity, has left him, her, or them incapable of teaching further his, her, or their craft may still be recognized provided that he, she, or they must possess the qualifications as enumerated above. For the categories, the award may cover traditional and folk arts in the areas of performing arts and craft. Consideration shall be made for adequate representation in geographic distribution and different artistic categories. The categories are, but not limited to, the following categories of traditional folk arts. There will be maritime transport, weaving, carving, performing arts, literature, graphic and plastic arts, ornament, and pottery. And now we are proudly to present the GAMABA awardees and explain their role and identify their contribution to Philippine arts. Let's start with Gino Bilog as the first or one of the GAMABA Artist Awardee. Gino Bilog. He is a Mangyan poet from Mansalay, Oriental Mindoro. He was awarded last 1993 and passed away in 2013. He preserved the ambahan tradition in Oriental Mindoro with the usage of sulat mangyan or called as baybayin. In their community, ambahan is used to express love, traditional wisdom, sage advice, common courtesies, and humor. He grows up using the sulat mangyan, a pre-colonial syllabary. His mastery of this difficult form and desire is to revive and popularize it among the young mangyan who made him worthy of the GAMABA distinctions.
Massimo Intaray was born on April 10, 1943, near the river in the Macagawa Valley on the foothill of Mantalingayan Mountain in the province of Palawan. Massimo Intaray lived his life in the province of Palawan, Brooks Point, with his wife and 4 sons. Massimo Intaray was a Filipino poet, bard artist, and musician, as well as a storyteller. Intaray is also well known for his performance, skills, and proficiency in the local traditions of the basal or gong, arading, mouth harp, and babarak or ring flute, along with a knowledge in playing the kudyapi, a 2-string fretted boat lute. Intaray was also well versed in terms of kulilal or songs and bagit vocal music. Intaray was also a skilled epic chanter, which is known for his endurance, memory, and creativity to chant epics, narratives, and myths into the night and for several nights in a row. Massimo Intaray was awarded the GAWAD sa MANLILIKHA ng Bayan or National Living Treasures Award in 1993. He has preserved the indigenous customs, beliefs, rituals, and traditions in existence that is also documented for at least 50 years. Massimo Intaray passed on his skills to other members of the community to continue their legacy. Massimo Intaray used the following instruments like kudyapi. The kudyapi or kudyapi is a Philippine 2-string fretted boat lute. It is 4 to 6 feet long with 9 frets made of hardened beeswax. The instrument is carved out of solid, soft wood, such as that from the jackfruit tree. Next is arading. An arading is an instrument made of a small piece of bamboo. This is called Jaw's harp in English and is placed near the mouth and blown to produce sound. Next instrument is babarak. Babarak is an end-blown flute with a rig wrap around the hole at the blowing end of flute. The ring is usually made of a strip of rattan. Last is basal or gong. The basal instruments or the gong ensemble of Palawan is a set of 1 or 2 big gongs, also known as agong, and 2 small ring gongs, known as sanam. On the other is a gimbal which rests on a lateral platform. Massimo Intaray passed away at the age of 70 on November 30, 2013 due to complications from diabetes with the inclusion of multiple bouts of stroke. Intaray was buried on December 2, 2013.
Samount Suleiman, a musician from Masasam, Panama, Mindanao. He was awarded also last 1993 and passed away in 2011. He is the master of the 2-string kutyapi instrument. The Maguindanao Kutyapi was the most technically difficult to master of the two-string lutes and is popular to both Muslim and non-Muslim Filipino. By its two strings were provided the rhythmic drone with the other half movable frets that allow melody to be played into a set of pentatonic scales. The music was described as mystical and delicate. When Saman Sulaiman plays Kudyapi, there is no explanation and no academic note can explain how hypnotic and sensual the quality of his music.
Lang Dulay is a textile weaver from Lake Cebu, South Cotabato, under the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao or BARMN. She was awarded last 1998 and passed away in 2015. Lang Dulay was the most well-known among the dream weaver of Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. These master weaver were so named because they dreamed the patterns of their weaves. And this ability is reportedly passed on to only selected weavers of a generation. Lang Dulay knows 100 designs including the buling langit or clouds, the bangkiring or hair bangs, and the kabangi or butterfly, each one special for the stories it tells. Using red and black dyes, she spins her story with grace. Her textile reflects the wisdom and the vision of her people. Her textiles are judged excellence because of the fine, even quality of the yarn, the close interweaving of the warp and weave, the precision in the form of patterns, the chromatic integrity of dye, and the consistency of the finish. Tinalak weaving is a tedious process that begins with stripping the stem of the abaca plant to get the fiber, coaxing even finer fibers for the textile, then drying the threads and tying each strand by hand.